Very
that
bottom.
little drop down.
Hey, we're recording now. So I'm not going to go back because I don't want to make you guys have to go through that. But thank you for catching me on that. Here we go. So we're talking about text and complementary color wheel. They're going to totally pick up on this and go, what the heck? What is Lisa talking about? But this is green and purple, as you saw on the complementary color wheel. Those were two colors that kind of complemented each other. Here I'm showing a before and after from me and then also one of my challengers. Where do you want to be in 21 days? Do you want to be a before and after? Here's my urgency with the 3 spots left. Just quick text, quick little bullet points. And you guys are really good about doing these as far as just quick bullet points, not being overly wordy. These are some of my older posts. Now I don't have quite as much content on one picture, but this was still a super successful post because obviously people love to see transformation photos. Okay, so text strategy. Use the complementary color wheel, make your primary message stand out, and lead them around your picture. So as you can kind of see, here's the results. Do I want to be a before and after? Here's what's included. There's the start date. And this is a really big one. Sorry guys, didn't mean to go back and forth. Look at it on your cell phone. So it should be super catchy. As you guys know, 90% of Americans look at Facebook and social media and Instagram on their cell phones. They don't look at it on a computer screen most of the time, unless it's at nighttime and they're in bed or whatever. But most of the time they're looking on their cell phone. So make sure that your picture is really eye-catching and that it's going to stop somebody as they're scrolling, and then they're going to want to read what the rest of the content is because this is a really catchy photo.
Lisa, I had something to add about the cell phones.
Yes, please do.
This has just been really helpful for me. So I set up a testing group. So it's literally just a group that I named testing, and my husband and I are in it. And if I ever want to see what something will look like, or if I ever want to see how a video is going to generate, or if I want to make sure that it's not too much on a phone, I'll post it in there and then I can look at it. So that's a really good way to kind of like draft your posts for yourself and just create, a group with just you and your upline sponsor, or you and your husband or your mom or whoever.
Oh my gosh, an amazing idea. And you know what else might be good is if you have some repeat challengers that are in your groups who have, you've already got them on the hook, and either they're already, they're continuing Shakeology person, and they're also somebody who's also continuing in your challenge groups month after month after month. They might be somebody good to put in your group too, because what got them, their first Facebook, their first Facebook group post that they got them, now they would probably like something different. So they'll be able to tell you, what really caught me was that you put this in there, or that you were with your son, so that's a good idea too. Ask them if they wouldn't mind to be a part of that test group. Really cool idea, Sarah. Okay, guys, become great. And what I mean by this is just become great at something. Go pro on one of these platforms, whether you use your cell phone for the majority of your posts, and you use Photify or PicMonkey or Canva. Try to really study one of these or use one of these. I really like PicMonkey because I have the opportunity to be on my computer during nap times and in the evenings. I have a hard time trying to manipulate pictures on a small screen, so my phone isn't always handy. But try to go pro. And I'm going to minimize my screen for just 1 second because I want to give you a few secrets about 2 things. One, PicMonkey. If you don't already know how to make your background transparent, that's something that you want to learn, because if you decide you want to put a picture of yourself on a background on PicMonkey and you want to make sure it's just like a circle picture of you, I'm going to show you 2 things. And the other thing is Nimbus Screenshot. So if you haven't already downloaded Nimbus, it's actually, I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see it right here? It's on my toolbar. This is a really cool thing. So let's say you see a picture somewhere that, I'm going to talk about Nimbus first. Let's say you see a picture somewhere and you're like, oh man, I would love to have that little piece down here below, but I don't want this whole big post, or I don't want this whole big picture. I'm going to show you guys how to manipulate an image. Let's just type in Autumn. Well, normally she just pops up there. Had to type her whole name in. Let's say we just wanted like a quote of hers, or we just wanted a specific picture from her, but we didn't want a bunch of other stuff. What you can do, let's wait 2 seconds to get the images. You download this Nimbus Screenshot, and let's say I just wanted let's say I just wanted these containers and I didn't want this picture of Autumn. So I'm going to click on this picture of Autumn, and I'm going to click on Nimbus Screenshot, which I've already downloaded it to my toolbar. And I'm going to click on selected, let's say select, oops, move my screen just a minute. Selected area, or selected and scroll. Click on that. It's going to give you this little kind of copy and paste. I'm going to click what I want. I can drag it, so if I wanted all the containers. And then this little arrow is going to allow me to save it. And I'm just going to save it as Autumn on my desktop. And you guys tell me if I'm going too fast. And then if I wanted to, Lord only knows where that went on my desktop. If Ashley was on this call, she would totally get on to me for having all this nonsense and not in Dropbox or Google Drive. Here it is right here. It's a ping image, so it's going to pop up. Or it's not going to pop up. Or is it still downloading? Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go to PicMonkey and show you. So if I was just going to design something and I wanted to put that picture of the containers, that wasn't a very good picture to choose. I just didn't want to spend all night looking for an awesome picture. Just you guys get the idea. Okay, and I'm going to click on the butterfly, which is overlays. Sorry, my computer is so slow. I'm going to click out of something over here. And go to your own. And now I'm going to find Autumn. She's right here. But that's not showing up. I'm not quite sure why that's not showing up as a picture. Let me try one more thing. Let's do 21 days. So, open this. I'm going to actually go to where the image is. Okay, let's say you saw this and you really wanted this little container. We're going to try this again. Selected area and scroll. So, too many things going on. And I'm going to put, I'll leave out what to keep on there. Okay, and then I'm just going to name it containers and save it on my desktop. And now let's say I'm making a post about the 21-day fix and I want to include that containers picture. Oh, why is that not showing up? Why is that showing up as a ping? I must ask my savvy husband why that was showing up as a ping. Since, no. I won't say that. Well, my little secret might not have been a very good secret. If I can't make it work. Can I not save it as something that's not a ping? My husband says that it's PicMonkey. So I don't know what I've done. But what should have happened is that little picture should have shown up right on PicMonkey instead of an actual. It should actually be an image when that screen is. But okay, we'll come back to that. But know that that's, when I did that the first time, it worked perfect. Know that that is an option. I don't know why it's not saving it as an actual image. It's saving it as a PNG. And if you know anything about PNGs, they're transparent. Ping files are not JPEGs. So let me just try one more thing. No, that's just, okay. My husband says I'm spending too much time on it, so we're going to leave. Okay, we'll go back. Okay. So 2 things, if you haven't already mastered PicMonkey or you like using that or you like using PhotoFire or whatever's on your phone, just become a master at it. And Nimbus Screenshot, I'll try to get that working some other time. I don't want to spend all evening working on that. Okay, moving on. Know your target audience. For me, a lot of my target audience was stay-at-home moms. It's now starting to evolve a little bit more into pageant people, and so always be evolving. Sarah did a great call about your target audience and how to keep people engaged in your posts. And if you haven't listened to that recording, it's awesome. So there's a way to keep evolving yourself even when you've been a coach for 6, 9 months, a year, and you're like, wow, I thought my audience was stay-at-home moms, but now it's something different. So make sure you know who your target audience is. Perfect example is our new mom, Miss Ashley. And here's a great picture of her Fit Mom Accountability Group. And up here is her new moms and moms to be. And here she's looking for a few ladies to join my next group. So she's got her target audience. Here's what her goal is. Here's exactly what's included in the program. Here's her call to action. And then she even put in here that there are 7 different workout programs on sale right now. So she hit her audience right off the bat. And you can start to see that Ashley's posts have changed too since she's been with Beachbody for over a year now. Everything's becoming a little bit simpler. At first, it was kind of just introducing yourself as a coach. For me, I had like all these elaborate posts, and now they could become a little bit simpler as people are now knowing, okay, we're going to see Ashley posting about Beachbody or about challenge groups or accountability groups or success groups. And so know your target audience. Here's another great one from Katie. This was really cool because Katie has a really great way of reaching her audience and using the verbiage that she would use to a friend. So like I said, talk to somebody like you're talking to them on a personal level, and moms who need to get their mojo back. That's how Katie talks. So when you read her posts, this is exactly how you feel. She also talks about her struggles, right? So she mentioned struggles several times. This is for a group of moms who want to get their mojo back, and these are the struggles that she has right now. Here's how 21 Day Fix helped her. This is what's going to be included. She's also including a cool thing that's going to be weekly videos, chatting with people online. So I think that's pretty cool too. So this is a really simple, but it's very eye-catching. There's her with her son, and it leads you around the picture, right? So remember when I was talking about your script should lead you around your posts, and hers does. February 29th, all the way around. Fitness fun, finding you again. Really great posts. Pick your challenge group theme. So this is the other thing that can help a newbie coach is, or any of us. I think I actually saw a really good one, Ronnie Joe. You just posted it, and I didn't get an opportunity to post it in this presentation, but it was about March Fitness Madness, I think was the name of it, which is really great. So pick your theme, and that will really help you pick what you want to put on your post. This was a little black dress ready, really quick post that I did in February. Here's one from Tiffany about learn to love yourself. Really just great text. There's Tiffany smiling. She's talking about her self-worth. She's talking about you have to pour into yourself before you can pour into others. And, as a mom, you put yourself on the back burner. Again, I struggled with confidence. I didn't feel good in my skin. These are all things when you are vulnerable and tell your audience how these programs helped you or how you got back on track or how you felt good again, then they trust you. They start to see that you're a real person. You're not just a picture. You're not just a photoshopped, photo or, highly edited picture with a bunch of filters. They start to see that, man, you know what? I remember when Tiffany was struggling, or I remember when Lisa was, really not in front of the camera because, she just didn't feel good about herself after her son was born. So again, it's kind of a little bit about vulnerability, but that's what this business is really all about. We help people overcome that because we've overcome it. This is one that I did, Drab to Fab, shed your winter layers and embrace your spring body. So just some older ones, Shape Up or Ship Out. That was another 21 Day Fix one that I did. So try to come up with your themes. Ashley's really good about picking her themes for the whole year and then knowing exactly how she's going. So every month she knows this is the theme of this one. Love Yourself is February, and March Madness, Fitness Madness, which I love that, is March, and April is something about, spring and bikini season. But don't just post a product of a picture. You guys already know this, but this is a big no-no. Don't just post a picture of the 21 Day Fix and have, it's on sale, join my group. I actually did this once for Beachbody On Demand when that came out. And we were really kind of pushing that. And I thought, it might be really clever to post a picture of all the trainers and be like, pick your trainer, pick your challenge, pick your flavor, Shakeology. I thought this would be really good. This got absolutely no hits, did not go anywhere. My picture's not on there anywhere. Neither is any of my challengers or coaches or anybody that's been successful. So really make sure that it's not so cut and dry as this. And that's all I'm going to say. You guys already know not to do that. Show your face. So make sure that you're in the pictures. That's the biggest thing that I see most new coaches make, because we're still so new that we don't know if we want to put our face out there because maybe we don't have a transformation yet, or maybe we just don't feel comfortable, or maybe like me, I had pretty much taken a 5-month hiatus from Facebook, and all of a sudden now you're going to see my face everywhere. So make sure that you're in there, and it doesn't always have to be about Beachbody, but you guys know that too, so I'm not going to spend time harping on that. But here's a picture of Autumn and Shalene. There's the 2 programs. There's my picture holding the programs. So make sure that you're in the picture with them or by yourself. Here's a great one from Sarah. It's that time again. And when you read that, you're like, what time? What time is it? And here she is. Join us for our 3-day refresh support group, February 4th. So you immediately want to go to read the text that Sarah is like, what is she talking about? What are we doing? So there's her face, there's her smile, there's her enthusiasm, and you want to know what's the 3-day refresh and how can I be a part of it. There's her call to action too. Comment below, message me for details to secure your space. So that secure your space, she's making it, there's some urgency there, and it's exclusive. I want to be a part of something exclusive. Here's another great one that Sarah did that I absolutely adored. She just posted this one the other day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to know, what is that face? And here she is. I'm a girl on a mission. She wants to help teach others how they can live and enjoy life while eating real foods. I was immediately taken by this. Like, the picture stopped me, and it was a simple little comic book, bam, right? OMG. And her whole message and mission that summer's only 117 days away. So 16 weeks sounds like nothing when you think about putting on a bikini and getting by the pool. So really great, simple, eye-catching. There's 3 letters on her picture. I mean, and I don't know where you're at with hits on this, but there was several likes when I had posted this, and you had just posted it. Ask for testimonials. So guys, if you're not doing this already from your challengers, which you should be, I saw a really great one, a testimonial. It was actually just content. It didn't have any pictures, but this person was really talking up a coach and saying how awesome they'd already lost. I'm so sorry, I don't know what coach it was. Yara, it might have been Yara, but it was like 70 pounds or 40 pounds. It was awesome. And I'm like, wow. And it was just text, but it was really good. But make sure you're asking for testimonials. Here's one that I did. Maureen did my program, and that's her and her daughter. And she wrote a quick testimonial for me. And I just put some text on there. And this was last February. And so this has been a great picture of her and her daughter and why she's getting healthier. So there's her why and how it's helped her. What are they saying after week 1? This was also a really good post. I bought a pair of black shorts right after Christmas because they were on mega sale. They were a size and a half too small, thinking, well, I might lose the weight. I put them on today and bam, they're perfect. So these are actual testimonials from my challengers. So you guys can do something similar like this too, because people are kind of like, well, oh, this is kind of cool. I want to read what real people are saying about the program, not just Lisa. So again, just ask for testimonials and find a fun way to put them in there. Ask for transformation pics. So are you asking your challengers to send you pictures weekly? And are you holding them accountable to that? So I know probably the last 3 challenge groups I've ran, I've asked my challengers for pictures, and I'm getting, I'll send them to you, I'll send them to you, I'll send them to you. If they're not sending them to you after your prep week, you're not going to get them. And more than likely, they're probably not going to be as successful as they wanted to be on the program, and they more than likely won't continue to drink Shakeology. This is just what I have found. Anybody want to chime in and tell me kind of what their thoughts are with that? How's everybody feel about people sending them their pictures?
I agree.
Okay.
I feel like we encourage everybody, and what's honestly has helped is we put a link to, because I've tried several different ways to like encourage people to share their photos, because I think people are just like, we explain that it's an additional layer of accountability for you. This isn't for me. It's not for anybody else. It's an additional layer of accountability for you. And then I've included a link to a Google Doc that I have compiled pictures. And it's actually a folder that a ton of Pittsburgh area coaches have added photos to, so they can see real people with real results, and it makes it really applicable. So they can be like, oh God, I'm not sending my pictures. And then they open up that file and they're like, oh, well, I want that before and after. So fine, I'll send my picture to them. So that seems to, I think that has increased our, at least the pictures that I'm receiving from our challengers.
Now, is that a picture of just challengers, or is that doc have coaches in it too, or is it just?
It has. I can probably share it. I don't know if I have share access to it, but if I do, I can. Let me see, and I can share it in FitTribe.
Yeah, that might be a great resource, guys, because that is the key right there. Those pictures. I'm telling you, the people that I've had who've been really successful are the ones that have taken pictures, and the ones that have fall off and don't continue are the ones that I never see a single picture. So if you can, try to get that. All right, I'm going to try to wrap this up for you guys in the next 10 minutes. Okay. This was a transformation picture. You guys saw this earlier, but obviously you can kind of see the back fat and then there's no back fat. That's super important for bra overhang. Here's Miss Ashley. There's another one for me. This was for PIO Fix. I didn't have a PIO transformation when I started this program. So that was my Fix transformation. That was for PIO transformation. Do your research. Also, if you don't have a transformation picture, ask other coaches in the team. So in the FitTribe Elite page, ask, there's also a folder for transformations, and it'll have people like myself, my pictures in there, Tiffany, other people have gone through the programs that have transformation pictures in there that you can use gladly. And you can also ask, know your products, who do they pertain to, what are the benefits, and what can they do? So make sure you do your research. I did a lot of research on PIO because I had never done it. I had completed 21-day fix, but now I was asking people to be a part of PIO. And I wanted to really concentrate on runners because I had another coach on my team that was a runner. So we came up with learning, longer hamstrings, longer stride, faster run times. And we really targeted runners during this group. And run groups, there's all kinds of run groups. I have stroller stride groups. And mom groups, and so this was a really cool thing, but I didn't really know a lot about PIO, so I had to do some research. So you can do something like this. My picture's not on here, but at least it kind of is showing runners how this might be beneficial for them. Okay, create urgency. We already talked about this, but ditch the gym, 3 spots left. I've got an arrow coming down here. Make sure you're adding something like that, or at least stating that, I only have 10 spots, or whatever you want to do there, but make sure you have some sort of urgency, and make sure you have the date included in your posts, so that way they know when it starts and they can be ready, because a lot of times people are anxious about that start date. But anyway, let me unmute you guys. I know I kind of ran through that kind of fast, but I didn't want to take too much time from everybody. Let me go ahead and stop my share. Awesome. Okay, if you guys want to, I'll go back through here and look. Is there any, I'm so sorry. I wasn't even checking the messages about recording. All right, you guys have any questions? You can type them, or you can, I'll go ahead and keep recording, or you guys can unmute yourself, however you want to ask questions. Oh, you guys are welcome. Thanks for listening to me ramble there for just a little bit. But and sorry about Nimbus. I'll try to get that back up for you guys. But I use that a lot for screen share. That's actually how I stole your all's pictures off of your Facebook pages. I just use that to copy and paste your awesome posts. But if you guys, I know we have a lot of new coaches. Thank you, Sarah. I know we have a lot of new coaches on the call. Is there anybody that has questions about challenge group posts, or even if you're a veteran, and what kind of have you seen? We've got about 5 minutes. What kind of have you seen to be a little bit more helpful now? I don't post as many challenge group posts as I used to. I used to post like 3 or 4 a week right before I was getting ready to run a challenge group, and now I kind of do 1 or 2. So anybody want to chime in with what they're doing now that they were doing that's different?
I feel like in the beginning I was focusing on a program where I would say, like, we're doing a 21-day fixed challenge group, and I think the biggest thing I've changed is not just assuming that that's going to be the best fit for everybody. So I've really just sort of, I put it out there as an accountability group, and then, I talk to people on a one-on-one basis, and our groups still run just as beautifully with different programs. But I think that that's helped to, I mean, talking about just like expanding our audience, I think that that's really helped a lot.
Good deal. Yeah, I have yet to
21 Day Fix is a great program that's for everybody.
I know. I have yet to cross over to the non 21 Day Fix or Hammer and Chisel. Like just offer a group and let people pick their own programs. I don't know what I'm waiting on for that, but it seems like it's somewhat successful. People seem to be open to it. Maybe I just need to revamp my scripts to be a little less autumn and saggy. Awesome. Okay, ladies. I don't have any gentlemen on here.
Well, what I do,
Hot Mess Express check-in. You can I used to get lost on PicMonkey and waste like 45 minutes, creating an image until I discovered WordSwag and Photify. And so, so just a little caution, like I do love PicMonkey, but I'd spend all this time on something instead of doing other more productive things with my time.
And those are apps, right, Nadia? I just posted that.
Yeah, Photify and WordSwag.
I'm just not very good on my phone. I'm so sorry this was so heavy, PicMonkey, but maybe it's because...
No, I love it. I would spend way too much time on it, but
You guys Hi. Hey, cutie. Is that Colette? No, who is this?
This is Navina and Cecilia.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, hey, sorry. I'm gonna mute myself because they're about to get loud.
If you guys know of any other apps that you use regularly and that are free or $1.99 or whatever on your phone, if you don't mind posting them in the comment section of this call, that would be great. Whatever you guys use that has worked really well, like Sarah, like your OMG, where did that come from?
That was PicMonkey. That took me 2 seconds in PicMonkey.
Yeah, that's a really quick. Like you'll start to see that the simpler the post and something like that, and it was eye-catching. I was like, what is that face? Like, it was so fantastic. So
who would ever know what that face is?
Ooh, Destiny is a Photoshop girl. You'd go. I cannot work Photoshop for nothing. That my husband, he can do Photoshop and I cannot. But all right, ladies, you guys have been amazing. I hope you all have a very, your graphic designer, LOL. Yeah, that's too funny. Yeah, we love you, Destiny. So funny. I love you guys so much. And I will post this recording, not tonight, but I'll have it up tomorrow for you guys and for your team. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a blessed night. Thank you.